Hey YouTube, Parson Rick here. Nice, fine, soft evening here in Oregon. Uh, like 85 today. And now for the local news. Uh, for those of you doing the Pipe Smoker for Life challenge, I'm doing that in my truck on my commute. I have some old pipe that we found somewhere, and I'm smoking Country Squire Tidewater in it. And same every day, but only about a 15-minute commute, so it's not much of a commitment, really. Excuse me. I'm smoking Country Gentleman with some Country Squire Choctaw in it right now. Or more precisely, I let it go out, so I'm not technically smoking it. Miss Chris is over there smoking some mini church warden she found somewhere with some Captain Black cherry in it. Smells pretty good. Smells really cherry-y. Cherry-y. Cherry-like. Oh. Now this is Wednesday night, and Wednesday night is typically the only night of the week that we're not booked. Go see my mom on Monday nights, teach a Bible study on Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights is generally free, or we pick up any slack on Wednesday night. And then I have a couple of biker things on Thursday and Friday. This Sunday we'll have we're getting ready, and I'm getting nervous, all queasy. We're putting on a charity event for Candlelighters. Candlelighters is a childhood cancer support group. When sorry, having trouble keeping this lit and talk. The when our oldest son was 4, he contracted leukemia. Sucking the flame right off this thing. And thank you. And Candlelighters was very instrumental in helping keep us going. He was the oldest of 3, and then soon 4. And Candlelighters keep the whole family involved. They make sure there's Christmas for all the kids, and there's camps and all this sort of stuff, and it's all volunteer. There we go. So last year, I've been putting on events for many years, the wife and I. And last year, the club, we got a little annoyed because most of the people that were doing charity events were charging you $20 to $50 to take part, and then they would deduct their costs and give the charity whatever was left, you know, the profit, the net. And I don't think you're really giving if you're having somebody else pay for your giving. So we talked about it, Billy and I, the president, and we brought it to the club. And so we've just been doing, we absorb the costs and give the total proceeds to the charity. And the event is free. So what we do is we're having a bike show with trophies, and we're having a beard and facial hair competition with trophies. We're having a tattoo competition with trophies. Bike games, obstacle course, dart throw, stuff for the kids, dunk tank. Our president is a professor of physics, and he's developed a program called Physics Fun, which is just fun physics stuff to do with kids. They're going to be doing that. The Portland superheroes, people like who dress up like Superman and Batman, they're coming down. We have live music, food. It's all free. Yeah, give or not, it's up to you, and you can come anyway. Last year, we sent the kids home. They left there with the money. We sent them home with $2,200. It's pretty good for a first-time event, we thought. Pardon?
Only 2 hours.
And we only do it for 2 hours. It's from 11 to 1, so nobody's got a big time commitment. When they come, they can come for the whole thing. And we have raffle and drawing and lots of good prizes. This Choctaw has been jarred up for quite a while. Maybe 4 or 5 months. For me, that's quite a while. Still pretty moist. Well, just as moist as when I put it in the jar, actually. So I'm starting to get pretty nervous about everything coming together. In the past, basically, if we put on an event, I run it, and I got a good group of people who just do what they're told, and they do a great job. A lot of practice. My kids, my wife, and we put on big events before. And but now involving the club, you have to let the reins go, and you let people do what they want to do. And it worked out great last year. We had a couple of small failures, but they were absolutely inconsequential, and nobody but me noticed. And so this year we've got that covered better. We had a couple people from outside the club not show up to do what they said they were going to do, and that kind of put us in a bind. That's covered this year, and so it's a learning process. I run an event in February, the last Saturday of February every year, called the Tough Enough, because the first year it was snowing, and it's a motorcycle ride. Well, the last 3 years it's been beautiful, and you may have seen my post on it back in February, and now we're having 100 people show up in February for a motorcycle ride. And this year we did the entire thing as a fundraiser for the seed money for this event, and we raised $1,100. So should be a lot of fun this year. No stress, nobody's pockets getting robbed. But God loves a cheerful giver, and if you aren't cheerful about giving, it don't count. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're way behind the curve on we didn't do any advertising. Because we don't advertise ourselves, and people have been wanting to do things about our club, and we've told them no. This is about the kids. You can do a thing on the kids or Candlelighters, but we don't want any publicity. We've got groups around that they don't do anything unless the paper or the TV's there, and so a different philosophy. We just rather you're either giving it or you're not giving it. Yeah. So looking forward to it. We'll see what happens, but it seems like it's the last thing on everybody's mind this year. We had the big memorial run that we did last weekend. I don't know if you saw that. We had about 450 bikes, and I'd never put on a moving run that big. I had a bike show with 600 people, but never a run this big. It was pretty crazy, and so we'll see what happens. We really hope that there'll be a good turnout, but either way, everything goes to the kids. So we raise $3 or $3,000. It still goes to helping those kids and their families. So if you have a Candlelighters contingent in your hometown, check them out. They do good work, and they're all volunteers. Everything goes to the kids. And if you're already supporting them, well, God bless you. Parson Rick out.